Hello and welcome to the UK Surf Show Emergency Podcast.
That's so weird.
Hello and welcome to the UK Surf Show. We are your hosts. I'm Pete.
And I'm Leighton. Yeah, like Pete said, not really emergency. It's not like the world's ending or, there's a bomb somewhere.
This is a backup episode because you're due, well, not you, your partner's due to have a baby.
Yeah.
Any point now.
So, yeah, my phone's on. So if you hear it go off and then footsteps running out the door, the baby is on its way.
Yeah. So we recorded this episode, just a few things to chat about, things that have happened over like the Christmas period in that. I know it's later in the year now and it seems further away, but things that have happened, things that we've done. And it's just one to have in the backup just in case we need to get this out while we can't record anything because Leighton's off holding his partner's hand.
Yes, while she's screaming in pain.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It is.
Yeah, before we get into this one, thank you to our show sponsors, Northcore, and go over to Northcore and you can get 15% off anything you order from there by using the discount code UK Surf Show 2022. All one word, all uppercase, and that is valid till the 31st of March 2022. And, go there for things like changing mats, changing robes, seat covers.
Surf accessories.
Yeah, all your surf accessories, everything. They've got loads of stuff on there. Really good stuff, and we really recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is probably... Well, we were kind of chatting after Christmas now, aren't we? So we went to go for a surf on Christmas Eve.
Ugh.
Oh. So the frustrating thing with that is, I had to work in the morning, and the whole morning was incredible surf. Like I had looking at the cams all morning, looked really good where we wanted to go. We were going to head to Westwood Ho, looked really, really good all morning. Fantastic, loads of surfers out, looked great. I finished work.
They're bastards for making you work Christmas Eve.
I know, yeah. Especially when the surf is good. Like, what's that about? That's my Christmas present. So then we're like, I pick you up. We go down in the van, and then literally 20 minutes away from Westwood Ho, you bring up the surf cam. You're like, what the fuck has happened? Nobody in the water, and it's just all blown out and turned to shit. Yeah,
and that was the same across all of them. Everywhere changed. And people we spoke to, were saying like the morning was brilliant, fantastic, great Christmas Eve surf on the morning.
And then it got to low tide.
Yeah.
And just went. And so we got in anyway. And I think there was only one other surfer in there that was struggling like us. When you're surfing in that washing machine and it feels like you can't surf anymore.
Standard surfing for us then.
I know, but it was like bad.
No, it was really bad. It was just an awful session. And it's one of those sessions which you definitely don't want when you're thinking it's your last one before Christmas and blah, 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 and you have a bad session and you go away feeling, well, that was just completely shit. Yeah. I mean, it's always fun being in the water, but...
I don't know.
I still have fun in the water. I got a few nice pictures because the sun was setting and stuff like that. And, I still had a good time, but it's just the surfing itself was absolutely horrendous.
You did walk off into the night in a fit of depression afterwards, though. I'm taking. It was pouring down with rain, wasn't it, and stuff. So I'm taking the fins out of the at the fin box, and I'm talking to you and going. I know, saying some crap like normal. And I'm at Pete, what the fuck? He's gone. What is going on? It's like there's no one else around. It's night time by that time, and you're not there. And then like my missus sent me a message. What time are you going to be back? I said, I'll find Pete and I'll let you know. And she's like, what are you talking about? I said, he's just disappeared. I don't know if he's dead or what.
Just wandered off in a bit of depression.
But what a bad surf can do to you. Like we shouldn't put that much like kind of...
it's putting that much pressure on an actual surf session, isn't it? Like,
but when you've seen the cams all morning and you see all the people out there, and other people are posting,
and we were waiting to get wait until they said you could finish and we could leave.
Yeah, and then you get there and you should have just gone down.
Yeah, do you know what I should do? Get some new friends.
Why don't you just go?
I don't want to go on my own. I'm so lonely.
So that happened before Christmas.
Yeah, that was before Christmas. You did get your board back, though, after smashing that up. We didn't have a good December, really, did we?
Yeah. No, surfing's crap. I got my board back from Dom at Origin Surf Co. in between Christmas and New Year. He sent me a message saying, board's ready for you, mate. And I'm like, oh, amazing. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow. Come pick it up. So there's some photos on Instagram, and on our Buy Me a Coffee for our members, there is a full blog and more photos about the repair. He's just done a phenomenal job. So he explained what had happened to the board. He said that it hit the floor at the wave on the nose so hard that it actually bent the front half of the board, and that's what all those stress cracks are.
Christ.
He said, but luckily they only cracked the outer layer of resin, not the resin that you use the cloth for.
Yeah.
So what he had to do was sand down the resin as close as he could to the cloth without touching the cloth, and that takes some skill.
You never want to be touching cloth.
Oh, not a good idea to touch cloth. No. So yeah, that takes some skill to do that. So if there's any cracks left, like say you don't get all the way down to the cloth, you'll still see a crack, even when you put the resin over the top, because you obviously haven't sanded it out. I can't see any at all. Like he said to me, "Oh, I think you might be able to see one here and now." I'm like, "Dom, you can't, mate. That's a flawless job. It doesn't even look like it's been repaired. I've never seen a repair like it before. It's so good."
Yeah.
So I had a ding on the nose, a ding on each side as well. All gone, all completely gone, like they've been erased from time. It's great.
You say, I'll give it back to you again in a few months when I do it
again. Yeah. Don't go too far, Dom. Go to the wave. No, it's not. It's never going, never going.
No, you're just going to hire a board there from now on?
Absolutely, yeah. Yes, because, I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you really want to ride the board that you love, but at the same time, I don't want to trash the board I love.
Yeah, and then thinking about it the other way, of like, you've smashed it into the floor probably as hard as you could in the wave, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And it's repaired just like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just worried about it. It's just not worth the stress.
Yeah.
Because you go surfing to relax, don't you, and have fun, not to be worried the whole time.
Yeah. Well, did you see the post yesterday of Nick put up that they drained the wave? And the stuff he said they found in the bottom of the wave where they drained it.
Yeah.
Wedding rings and fins and all sorts of stuff in there.
The tip of my board.
Yeah. Half your resin's in there. Yeah. And then there's like big balls that they were there.
Of wax.
Yeah. And it's all the wax where it had rolled around and it all stuck together and they'd made like big like pebbles of wax.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, it feels a bit weird, doesn't it, that you're kind of like swimming in that. All this kind of, wax residue in there.
Yeah, well, it's all sticking together, so.
Well, that's true.
Well, you're not drinking it, are you?
Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I've swallowed a bit of water in there.
Then again, is it any worse to what you swallow when you go in the sea?
That's true, actually.
You're more than likely to be swallowing someone's shit in the sea than you are in the wave.
Yeah.
Especially with the way, like, half of them have been pumping out everything everywhere.
Yeah, like what they've done this year, yeah. I mean, that was so nice when the surf community kind of clubbed together to really kind of push back against the government on that.
Yeah, that was good. Like we were saying when we were chatting to Sally the other week, like the whole community just got together and went, fucking no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I like it when surfers get mobilised. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So we can talk about some ideas we got for this year, can't we? So some of the ideas we got for this year in regards to episodes is a mental health series.
Yeah, we've got a few guests that are coming on that will definitely, their stories will bring up issues of mental health. And also we're going to do another episode and we're going to bring back our friend Spoons, the return of Spoons.
Yes. So since Spoons has been on, which was...
It was early
right
on.
At the start, really.
It's like episode 7, I think it was.
Yeah. We just constantly get messages asking for him to come back on. So he's coming back on because he's kind of gone through shit and he just wants to tell everybody that what he's been through and how he got through it, and almost like remind people that there is light at the end of the tunnel, which is good.
Yeah.
And
then we're going to also like try and open up and talk about our own things that bother us as well, and things that play on our minds and things that we have.
Yeah, and also what we're doing to combat it. Because I think everybody, like after, not that I want to say the C bomb, so after COVID, I think everybody struggles to a certain degree now. I don't know anybody that's totally fine.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that's gone, I wasn't worried about it at all. Nothing, nothing.
It didn't touch me. It didn't affect me. I think everybody's been impacted, and also, there shouldn't be any shame in that.
No,
because it's been nobody's fault. This has been thrown upon us.
No. Well, I was watching something the other day on YouTube, and it was about ADHD. And there's this girl explaining symptoms of ADHD that could have been missed in you when you were a child. Mm-hmm. And as she was going through it, I was literally going, "Oh my God, you're describing my life."
I've kind of felt like that for a long time for you.
Yeah, yeah, it is. There's like stuff like hyperfocus, which I'll intently focus on something until I can do it, and then once I can do it, I'm like, yeah, I can do that now. Move on to something else. Yeah. There's all sorts of different things, but that was one of the main things that I picked up on, and which I'm going to look into myself and go and get myself tested and see if I.
So from this episode to when we get to our mental health series, you're going to do all that, and then we can talk about it again.
Yeah, and also I'll try and talk more about anxiety as well, because I get anxiety quite bad as well. So so that's part of the things we'll discuss in there.
Yeah, and, I suppose my thing is I get stressed quite easily. And then my brain naturally reverts to the worst possible case scenario, and that's what I'll focus on.
It's so fun.
and I get angry quickly with that, with that thought. But this year is part of my New Year's resolution is to deal with that because of the new baby coming, and I don't want her to kind of have stress in her life. I don't even want her to know what that word means. So yeah. But we can talk about how we're combating it and our own issues, like between now and like the that series, our mental health series, when we can kind of update.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And if you are out there, you've got any questions for the show, or you've got anything about mental health that you would like us to address or try and talk about and talk through with anybody, send us a message. Contact us on Instagram, or contact us via our email, which is the uksurfshow@gmail.com. Yeah,
we reply to everybody.
Yeah.
And even if it's, wanting to talk to someone, then, we're idiots, but you can talk to us and we'll do our best.
Yeah. Also, we want to actually try and travel around the UK a bit this year, meet up with some of the guests who we've had on and said we'll go surfing with. I know we've definitely got an episode with, it's going to be about 3 or 4 of us all together at once.
Yeah, let's say no more on that. No, because we're on a group chat with some guests that have been on, and we've all kind of made quite good friends, and we're all planning on meeting up and surfing and having a bit of a laugh, and we will record that episode because that's going to be a bit of a blast, I think.
Yeah, that should just be entitled Orange Banter or something like that,
Yeah.
Let's open up a can of orange banter.
I wonder what you meant then, orange banter.
So, yeah.
Because of the Fanta thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then, we've got the things like, don't forget to go over, if you're going to book a session at the Wave, which will be opening up again soon, go across to our website, there's the support the show, and book the Wave through there. And we will it won't cost you any extra, but we get a kickback from your booking. And, it's just a way to support the show.
We also know a good shaper if you take your own board there.
Yeah, if you smash your board up, we know a good shaper. That's Dom at Origin Surf Co. He'll help you out.
Yeah. You could also head across to Buy Me a Coffee and become a member of the Tusk tribe.
Yeah. The
Tux tribe.
You don't know what it is, do you? You made it up and you don't know what it is.
It's the Tux tribe.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, then. That's the UK Surf Show tribe.
Yes.
Yeah. So, on there we give you, we've got extra discount codes. We've got 2 lots of discount codes on there, a lower tier and a higher tier. We've got extra content and blog posts. There'll be extra videos coming on there soon.
And there's going to be extra like bonus episodes on there.
Bonus episodes will be on there.
That feature's not actually available on Buy Me a Coffee yet, but it's going to be soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming on there, so there'll be bonus podcast episodes on there. And, you can join it from as little as £1 a year. That'll get you the codes and a few extra bonus posts, and then it goes up £2, £3, £5 a month, or a yearly payment. That supports the show, and you'll get extra content, as we've said, on there. You'll get behind the scenes stuff on there, which will be like the running of the show, stuff we have to do for guests, preparing for guests, and actual photos of the recording processes and videos of the recording processes and stuff like that.
And you'll be a member of the Tux Tribe. Woohoo!
Yeah, so that's that. Also, I wanted to talk about the fitness.
Yeah, because I think we've been doing it for 6 months now.
You've been doing it for 6 months.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 6 months. You've been a wimp.
Yeah. Cheers. So I was really ill. October, November.
You suspect it's COVID, though, don't you?
Yeah, I think I may have had COVID. All the tests I did, the lateral flows and the PCR tests, all came back negative. All the effects that I've read online,
all the symptoms,
and the after effects have all checked out to yes.
Yeah,
pretty
because
much.
those tests aren't 100% accurate.
Yeah, but fatigue has been the main thing after it. So since November to now, I'm just completely wiped out all the time with like no energy. Like I come in from work and I just literally sit in the chair and fall asleep.
Yeah, so you haven't been able to do Alan's from Adrenaline Athlete. You haven't been able to do his Surf Fitness.
Yeah, but this also brought up something you said that brought up a question to me, which is something you said is, if you just do a workout, you'll probably feel better. But I've had no energy to actually get on and do that workout, which is a thing I've always struggled with working out anyway.
Just having the motivation to do it?
Having the motivation to do it, having the energy and time and just being bothered to do it, basically. Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people out there struggle with. And what's the question? How do you then put yourself in that motivation? I know you love working out, but I think it might be good for people out there to hear how you get the motivation to work out.
Okay, mine doesn't come from a healthy place. My motivation to work out is because the voices are telling me to.
We could cover this under our mental health episode.
Yeah, I mean
series
that's as accurate as I can get, really, because I work out in the morning.
Yeah. So I'll put it this way, right? So in my mind, when I come to do a workout, if I don't do a workout today, I think I can do it tomorrow. It's all right.
Yeah. See, that's not the same for me. So when I wake up in the morning, alarm goes off at 5:25. Gives me 5 minutes to get out of
It's the middle of the night.
Alarm goes off 5:25. But bearing in mind, this used to be every day, or every working day, until Alan and Ollie as well from Surf It Academy. They both kind of
said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, because they both know what they're doing, and the way that Alan described it to me before is you're just exhausting yourself. You're not actually progressing. Your muscles are just exhausted all the time. There's no chance for them to adapt. So you need to work out smarter, not more.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I can structure a plan for you to do it. So I follow Alan's program now. And the voices in my head heard him say that, which was good. I didn't have to explain it to him. And it made total sense. So now it's three mornings a week.
Yeah.
I get up at 5:25. And his workouts range from 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
If you do all the warming up correctly and the cooling down, all that kind of stuff. So that is actually easy for me to do, which sounds crazy, but when you've gone from 5 days a week to 3 days a week, that's easy. I get two mornings off, which is like being on holiday for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the motivation to do it for me, I mean, I've worked out since being probably 14 years old, maybe a little bit younger, which seems crazy. And I think the reason for that is I was quite a skinny kid.
Yeah.
And I used to get picked on because of that. And I thought, well, Joe, you fuckers, I'm going to do some fucking weights. and it just went from there really. And then
so it did start from an unhealthy place. Anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. And then it got to the point where if I'm not feeling sore from working out, I feel weak.
Yeah,
and that's weird now. And
I think, like, you know, like we were saying earlier, like you know, doing a mental health series, I think you know, this is one thing that can be addressed as well, which is something in the way of the way things, how much things have progressed as well, to be able to talk about it. Because all through us growing up, you didn't talk about it.
No,
you didn't talk
and that's
about.
Probably got something to do with if you feel like when you looked into that ADHD thing that you had it. Or you've got it. When we were younger, like in the 90s, that wasn't really a thing.
Yeah,
that they would. That you'd have just been a naughty kid or something like that. You know, it was just your personality.
Yeah,
and when actually you're on some kind of scale of.
Yeah, you basically like your brain not working properly. So you know, it's not doing what.
Well, it's not properly. It just works differently.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it doesn't do. It's your brain's not doing what society classes as normal.
Yeah. But you're like that hyper focus thing.
Well, when I was chatting,
can be a good thing because you know you're like we've said before, like the music at the start of the episodes, that's you, and that's all self-taught because you got hyper-focus, and you could just sit there night after night after night, just keep doing it. Where I can't focus that much on one thing. I need to have variety, you know, like So you know, like
I've got to try and get hyper-focus for exercise.
yeah. What's that?
I'll be ripped in like
in a week.
Yeah. What have you been doing? I've been doing dumbbells since Sunday. Well, every day, yeah, constantly. No, like a hyper-focus thing though is like so I've learnt like Pro Tools to like I learnt that at college to you know do the music, and it's helped for the podcast, like Photoshop and stuff like that. And I've seen things, like I've seen things where people say it takes quite a while to learn these things properly, and I've always found things like that really easy to like really concentrate and learn really quick. But when I was chatting to Spoons about it the other day, he said, well, I can prove that by the bloody Tony Hawk computer game that we used to play back in the 90s.
So we were, obviously, as we said before, we're like our era is the 90s, really. We loved it. We loved being a teenager in the 90s was just great for skateboarding, for everything. And that's when the very first Tony Hawk came out on like PlayStation 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were all, you, me and Spoons, were all really excited when we come out. And it was and still is a great like skateboarding game. And we were all playing it when we first got it, and it was really hard. Me and Spoons leave you at home, like where you're playing a computer game. Right? Oh, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll play some more. We come back round, and you hadn't left the seat. There was just a sleeping bag and piles of rubbish around you where you've been snacking, and your eyes are red, bloodshot. But you were amazing on the game. We're like, what the hell just happened? Like he's just hacked them. He's just hacked into the machine. We're like, what's going on? It was like I don't know, like you've entered the Matrix or something, and now you're Neo. It was weird. It's like, how the hell do you make Tony Hawk fly? What's going on?
Yeah, so you know that's a good side of it, but like you're saying, like downside is like motivation. So what I've looked at so far, you've got things like a now pile and a not now pile, and a now pile is like stuff you have to do like now. It needs to get done. You've got a deadline to work to, which is another thing. If I've got a deadline to work to, I'm really good at working to that. A not now pile is literally anything else in your life that isn't important at right that second.
Well, and that's so your way of thinking with working out then, oh, I can do it tomorrow, is always in the not now pile.
Yeah.
And not in the now pile.
Yeah. So there's a lot of it that I really want to go into further and look into, and I think a lot of people that I've spoken to about it, there's different things I've been learning, and they've said, yeah, well, I get that, and like different aspects of it and small aspects of it. Yeah. And so I think that's going to be an interesting one as we go along. Through this series, seeing how it affects us, how we can change, and hopefully we can help other people out there as well.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about this earlier, so maybe you should try, before you get back into Alan's workouts, because they are like full on and intense, and you'll progress really quickly. But if you're feeling the way you are, where you're still a little bit lethargic, then maybe something like yoga is a really good way.
Yeah, because you've been doing yoga again this year, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, like mainly for like a mental health thing as well. Yoga makes me feel great. I like it, and it also helps with flexibility, obviously. So I've been doing Alan's workouts the 3 mornings a week. There is some cardio involved with that now, which I've always ran, so that's I just do that anyway. And there is a guy that I follow online called Tim Sinesi, and every January he does 30 days of yoga, and I've followed it every year for the last 2 years. So this is the 3rd year I've been doing it now, and it will take you from a complete beginner to some kind of level at like yoga. But he's really good, and he's a surfer from California. He's really good. He's quite funny. He's very, very relaxed, very chilled, and he just makes it easy to follow. And so I would highly recommend doing it. I think I put it out on my own Instagram, like highly recommend Tim Sinesi.
Yeah.
So at time recording, I've been doing it just over a week, and it's every day, but it's a maximum of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Every day, and like the one I did yesterday was 16-minute like breath work. So it's not like you're doing jamming yourself into full-on yoga moves.
So you're not. That's not your like demons in your head getting you to do more exercise in a way that.
No, this is different. This is me fighting back the demons because how can I explain it? The demons in my head, the voices in my head, want me to work out like a beast every single day to where like you're working out to failure.
Yeah.
And it does get to the point where now we're like 40s, where you start to develop injuries because of that. So I, every now and then, will develop tendonitis. And I think it's golfer's elbow is the front, or is that the back? Golfer's or tennis elbow, basically. Yeah. But the voices in my head won't listen to that, and they still want to make you push and go further. Where yoga is not, you don't go in beast mode for yoga. So I can like breathe and like you kind of organise your thoughts as you're doing it, and they fade away when that happens. So that is another reason for me to do it, because I did it the other day, and Mrs. Come down from upstairs after I finished. She's like, "It looks like you've just woken up from like a really good sleep." You know when you're like a little bit doe-eyed and smiling a bit, like, "Yes, I'm fine." Yeah.
Or as people normally say to me, "Are you stoned?"
Yeah. Yeah. It just puts you in that mental state.
Yeah.
Which is great, And if you're doing it for anything else, you should be doing that for that alone. Like take out the physical side of it, which is just an added bonus. Yeah. It's definitely a mental health practice first, and a physical practice second, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard it's actually like you see on, especially this time of year on Instagram, all this stuff about meditation and all this kind of stuff. I've heard that meditation is actually an advanced practice that's really hard to do correctly.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that meditation, you're supposed to block out all your thoughts, but it's not. It's about sitting with your thoughts and letting them flow through your mind and breathing as well. So, and yoga is like the step to be able to achieve that, apparently, because you do have to focus on your breath, and you have to be like kind of like doe-eyed, like not focus on anything. Just kind of be a bit relaxed. Yeah, you're just being with everything and letting it all.
And then after you've done the movements and got your energy flowing, there's then like a bit of you lay down and you feel the change of energy in your body, and that does help you get into like some kind of meditative state.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's like, that's the year we want to look at this year. We want to do a lot on that, and there is so much out there now, and there's so many groups, like we said, if you are struggling with mental health in any way or anything's bothering you, reach out and chat to us. You can chat to us. You can chat, as Chris from the Logfin Co said when he was on, chat to him. And there's so many groups and organisations out there to help.
Yeah. And if there's any kind of aspect of mental health that you guys want us to talk about, or even if you want to share your story, then we're happy to do that as well.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing I wanted to talk about as well, Surfskates.
Yeah, so we've got 2 different brands of Surfskates.
Yeah, so
I've got Slide.
Yeah, and I've got a Smooth Star.
Yeah, so we're going to review them this year, right?
Yeah, we'll do them properly this year. We're going to put out a review with the Surfskates and talking about the different boards, how because they react totally different. So this is one of my things with Surfskates that I've thought before is like people say like Surfskates are really good training for surfing, which one, yes, the movement of it and everything is the closest you can get to surfing on dry land. You know, you can practice your movements, you can practice all of this. But our boards move so differently.
Yeah, they are totally different.
They're completely different. And
I find, maybe it's just because I'm used to it, but I find my board easier than yours.
Yeah, I find your board easier than mine as well.
So it
moves different. Yeah, so it's different. Like on our boards, when I use your board, after you've done quite a few turns, you can really feel it on the front leg on your board.
Yeah.
Whereas my board, you really feel it in your back leg.
Yeah, so mine turns from the front and yours turns from the back.
Yeah, but I think that's to do with the trucks, the way the trucks move.
Because they're so that's the other thing, isn't it? Like each company has a different design of truck.
Yeah, and board. So my thinking of this is how can it be? Surely it's specific to what type of board you're riding, to what type of surf skate you want to get.
Yeah, but how do you link them together? It's really difficult.
That's the question.
Yeah, I mean that's what the reviews would do then, I suppose.
Yeah, to tell you what the difference is.
Yeah.
And we've got a whole host of reviews of things coming up this year it'll be on our YouTube channel. So head across there and give us a subscribe on our YouTube channel. It's at the UK Surf Show. There's a link to it on our website and there's a link to it on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Yeah. So hopefully by the time this one comes out,
you'll have had
a dad again.
You'll be a father part 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little girl.
Yeah. Got any names yet?
I have. I'm not going to say them on here though. I don't think Mrs. would be happy if it did, because not everybody that we know knows. So I better not share it with the rest of the UK before that happens.
Yeah, your nan doesn't even know you're having another baby. She does now.
Yeah, hi nan. She doesn't listen.
Yeah. Oh, really? I would never have guessed. Yeah. Anyway, so that was it. As we said, just a quick one that we recorded just as a backup. So, if anything does go wrong,
if she decides
anything goes wrong, that doesn't sound right, does it? If Leighton's partner does go into labour and we can't record an episode, this is the one that you'll hear. This is the one that will be coming out. So if it doesn't come out, we could use this as a secret bonus one. Yeah. But it probably will come out. So yeah, I'm just thinking of if that happens, there'll be a load of irrelevant information in this episode. Oh, okay. Just to get out anyway. All right, then. Just whip it out there. Yeah. Whip it out. Don't whip it out. That doesn't sound right. So that's it. So don't forget, go and subscribe, like, follow, everything you can to support us, and we'll love you forever. And until the next time. See you later. I nearly went into Jerry Springer mode then. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself and each other.